morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is episode 18, I want to say. Yeah, episode 18 or 17, one of those. I'll probably have a little comment saying what it actually is, or you can just look at the bottom of the video title and you can see that. Anyhow, apart from my bad memory, recap of the day. So today, what have I got done? Obviously work, 1/2 meals in, and I'm going to go back now to get in that last meal of the day. In terms of actual training, I didn't bring my Apple Watch into the gym today, so I will be doing a run when I get back home. So I have that to look forward to. So yeah, just did a quick leg session, well, the usual leg session I would normally do. So done that, and driving up to go do the run now. So happy days, it's very fun. Not really, but anyhow. So today, woke up, drove to work. At work, I ate 500 grams of beef mince, steak mince, and rice. No mixed veg today. I had a bowl of porridge. I had a 300 calorie protein bar because, well, I'll justify it now. It all works out in terms of calories anyways, but I'll justify it for myself and for you watching. Last night I didn't have any bread with my eggs, so that was 200 calories I missed out on. So I figured, seeing as I'm not having mixed veg either today, I've got 250 calories available, so I'll get a protein bar. And the cheapest and highest protein one that there was in the shop today was 300 calories. So got that. So that's how we arrived at that. In terms of net calories for the week, it's not going to affect it really at all. It's quite minimal, actually, quite negligible. So yeah, that was that. So that's the reason I had that today. I had the porridge as usual. And yeah, it was a standard day in terms of calories, like any other day. And yeah, that's pretty straightforward in terms of my food consumption. Gym, I did 2 sets of hamstring curls, followed by 2 sets of leg extensions, followed by 2 sets of calf raises, and those were all on my heavier weights. So that was that, so quite heavy in terms of leg session. And I'm going back home to run a 4-kilometer run, and subsequently after that I'm going to eat. I'm going to have 10 eggs with 2 slices of bread, and then call it a night after that, I think. That's the plan so far. Yeah, so that's to look forward to. Today, obviously, I had that slight craving for chocolate, which is probably because of my net lack of carbs. So, ghrelin kicked in, or whatever the hormone, I think it's ghrelin, the carb hungry hormone, probably kicked in after I had my lunch. And I was going to walk after I ate my lunch at work. But yeah, just a little bit of a disappointing conclusion. I guess my willpower wasn't strong enough. But I mean, as long as it's justified and it's not doing something that I wouldn't normally do, or doing something that exceeds what I laid out for myself, it's okay. That was weird. My AirPods just cut out my noise cancelling. Regardless, now I am off to the house. I'm going to go do that run, back, shower, make some eggs, prep lunch for tomorrow, bed, edit this video, go to bed, and do it all again tomorrow. That's the plan. Not sure about my weekend this week. It's going to really be very driving orientated, as I'm going to be going to do some car viewings, but they all happen to be 2 hours away from where I live, which is not great, to be completely honest with you guys. So yeah, that's on the menu for the weekend. Obviously it's exciting, but in terms of me actually going and wanting to purchase the car there and then, that day, that's another story, which means that if they don't offer any delivery service or free delivery service for that matter, then I'm not going to be as tempted to do any purchasing of any vehicles there and then, which is unfortunate, but that's how these things work, unfortunately. And yeah, that's how it goes. But anyhow, the plan is to view some cars. I have 3 booked. One I'm not so bothered about because the specs are more or less the same as on another one, but that other one with less specs is a bit cheaper and also has less miles on the clock, and it also has a preferred interior that's more to my liking. So instead of a leather seat, it's a mix of, I think it's suede, they call it microcloth. It just looks nice and it looks like a feel comfortable. But obviously on the day I'll sit in them, I'll feel them, I'll make a decision on what feels more comfortable. I'm also looking for the car that's going to hold value the most compared to the other cars. So that's also something for me to keep in mind as I'm looking at these cars. Obviously, first and foremost, price to mile ratio, making sure I'm getting the best value for the least amount of miles. That's an obvious when it comes to buying cars. Secondly, my spec. If I'm going to have this car for 3 to 4 years, let it at least be a spec that holds its value, 1. 2, isn't going to be outdated in 3 to 4 years. And 3, something that I actually like, something that I'd be happy to enjoy, something that in a year or 2 years time I'm still thinking, wow, this is a really nice spec, this is a good example of car. So yeah, just things like that for me to keep in mind. I've obviously got a checklist of things that I like. There is a car that I found that is the exact spec I really want. It's blue, large rims, it even has a sunroof. It has electrically folding mirrors when you park the car and activate the car alarm. All the features that you'd expect in a really, really top range vehicle. So there is that. But it's a little bit more expensive, and I believe it has a little more miles on the clock. It's also nearly a 4-hour drive away, which is very far. And if I do go for like a service plan with that particular dealership, I'm not going to be driving 4 hours just to get my car serviced. So I have a lot of factors to consider. Unfortunately, the car that I'm looking at, the model I'm looking at, the ones available closest to me either aren't the right spec or isn't something that I'm going to want to drive for a long period of time. So unfortunately I have to drive at least an hour away from where I live to get something reasonable and within my limitations that I've set for my search, which is what it is, unfortunately. So yeah, there is that to consider for me. But at the end of the day, beggars can't be choosers. If I get something really, really good quality and maybe one thing isn't correct or one thing isn't within my dream spec of things that I genuinely really want, I can live with it. Obviously, I'm going to be able to enjoy the vehicle first and foremost, but if it's going to be advantageous for me to take that vehicle over other ones with something much more worse, in my opinion, like maybe an extra 10, 20,000 miles for the same price, quite annoying now that I've just realised that. I hope it's just been slowly turning this whole video. If it hasn't, well, you're going to see more of the car at least. That's me. Yeah, not great. I'm not the best content creator in the world, but I'm going to get there. Well, not maybe not the best, but I'm going to get good. I should say that. So yeah, that's my thoughts so far. In terms of the weekend, yeah, I'm not sure about the content because I'll be driving. Maybe I could do a little driving video. That'd be cool actually. Maybe I'll take little videos of the interior of the car. It might actually help me with buying cars if I take little videos of the interior. No, write that down, Alex. That is a good idea. Then that way I can have a personal video to remember as well. Maybe not put on YouTube, but maybe I will. Just to keep you guys in the loop. Keep future Alex in the loop when he was buying this car. So that could be cool. So yeah, anyhow, I'm going to call it there. I'm about 3 minutes away from the house and it looks like it's going to rain, so I'm going to jump out on the road quickly and get this run in. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a lovely morning, afternoon and evening, wherever you are in the world, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.